The Seewen murder case, 1976, was one of the biggest Swiss crime cases and is the biggest Swiss murder case. 5 people were killed, and the suspect remained unknown after the 20-year statute of limitations expired in 1996. Course of events: the killings took place during the Pentecost weekend of 1976, in a weekend house named Waldeglee, located in a small allotment garden. The allotment garden stood in a protected forest in Seewen, Dorneck, Solothurn, Switzerland. 5 people were killed with a Winchester rifle, with a total of 13 rounds being fired. 11 of the shots hit the head of the victims, while the other 2 shots hit the chest of the victims. Robert Siegrist, the son of 2 of the victims, Eugene and Elsa Siegrist-Zackinger, wrote in his book Der Mordfall Seewen that one of the victims was shot 4 times in the head, with each shot hitting the victim with precision. The 5 victims were Elsa Clara Siegrist-Zackinger, aged 62 at the time of death; Eugene Siegrist-Zackinger, 63, husband of Elsa Siegrist-Zackinger; Anna Westhauser Siegrist, 80, sister of Eugene Siegrist; Emanuel Westhauser, 52, son of Anna Westhauser Siegrist; Max Westhauser, 49, son of Anna Westhauser Siegrist. The crime was discovered on June 6, 1976 by a female walker. When the police arrived, they found 4 corpses in the house, with the 5th wrapped in a carpet on the terrace. It is suspected that only Elsa and Eugene Siegrist-Zackinger were meant to be killed, but the killer was surprised at the presence of the other 3 people and killed them as well. Suspects: Karl Dozer. The Criminal Investigation Department followed many leads and systematically searched for owners of Winchester rifles. However, there was little hope of finding the culprit until the fall of 1996, when a Winchester rifle was found hidden in the walls of a kitchen of a house belonging to a woman named Dozer. The gun, which belonged to Karl Dozer, was an Italian Winchester imitation with a short barrel. It was identified as the weapon used to kill the victims. It was discovered that Karl Dozer was a loner living in Basel. He had legally bought the rifle in 1973 from Hoffmann and Reinhardt Waffen AG. He had earlier been interviewed by the police, but he lied, telling them he had sold the gun on the flea market. However, Dozer was not charged because a clear motive for killing the victims could not be found, with no recorded meeting between Dozer and the victims. However, the majority of the Swiss population still believed Dozer was the killer. Adolf Johnny Siegrist. A man named Hans Blaser felt that his business acquaintance Adolf Johnny Siegrist, who was related to the murdered couple, was the main culprit, with Dozer assisting in the murder. Blaser, a combat shooter, claimed that Johnny had asked Blaser for a machine pistol. The ammunition was bought 3 weeks before the crime, from Darmeyer AG at the Basler Steinenverstadt, and was likely to have been bought by Johnny. The shop assistant at Darmeyer AG recalled that the man who bought the ammunition had asked for 2 packages of Cal 38 Spez ammunition, with each package containing 50 rounds. The customer had asked for ammunition with extra heavy lead bullets, and had asked if the rounds would fit in his Italian Winchester rifles. He had mentioned that he was obtaining the ammunition for someone else. Johnny was described as being occasionally irascible, and styropor heads that had been shot through were discovered in his flat. It is suspected that his motive for killing the victims was related to his relationship with the victims. In addition, Johnny, who was 1.5 minutes tall and had a voice that sounded like a woman's voice, had an inferiority complex which could have played a part in his motive for killing the victims. It was also suspected that he wanted revenge against the Siegrist-Zackinger couple for having nicknamed him Dolphili, which is a belittling name for Adolf, and Globy, which is the name of a Swiss children's book's protagonist. He was arrested temporarily, but died in the mid-1980s. See also List of unsolved murders. References. External links: the Swiss National TV's DOK series documentary, Ungelöste Kriminalfälle, Unsolved Crime Cases, 2006 was, amongst others, dedicated to Seewen. Law professor Daniel Josich was interviewed. Seegrist, Robert, 2001. Der Mordfall Seewen. Basel, Opinio.